Hey guys, this is Satya. Hope you all are doing well today. In this particular video, I would like to explain you about the CSS tutorials about the CSS padding properties. Now by end of this particular video, we will be able to learn the below mentioned properties like CSS padding, which is through individual sites, and padding, which is a shorthand property, and padding with different values. CSS padding properties. The CSS padding properties are used to generate space around content. The padding clears an area around the content inside the borders of an element. With CSS, you have full control over the padding. There are CSS properties for setting the padding for each side of an element: top, right, bottom, and left. Now let's see what does this padding and what does this do. Padding individual sites. Now let's understand about the individual sites, how to do a padding. CSS has properties for specifying the padding for each side of an element, which is padding top, which is padding right, padding bottom, and padding left. So the padding will be started from top, right, bottom, and left. All the padding properties can have the following values. One is length, which specifies a padding in pixels, which is px, pt, centimeters, etc. Percentage specifies in percentage of width of the containing elements. Now let's see how this particular padding gonna work in CSS document. So we'll try to understand the syntax for padding. This is the syntax. Just an example. I'm giving this particular padding for paragraph, which is P. So the padding hyphen top, you'll give the colon. I'm giving it as 50 pixel and closing this. In the same way, I'm giving the padding for right, bottom, and left. So whenever you're giving the padding, first we will have to mention it as top, right, bottom, and left, and you have given the padding. So this is the simple syntax which is used for padding. Now let's understand how this particular padding going to work. I'm trying to open a document, a HTML document, wherein this is a simple document wherein we will be going ahead and implementing the padding in this particular document. So we'll see the output, how this is gonna look first of all. So this is the output of this particular content. So this is the content. I've mentioned the header, HTML head and style. I've given the border of 1 pixel, which is a solid black here, and a background color within a div tag. And this is the div tag wherein I have mentioned the div element has a top padding of 50, right padding of 30, bottom padding of 50, and left padding of 80. Now let's see how this is gonna work if I include a padding. This is the output which is coming in CSS document without a padding. Now if I'm giving a padding to this particular div tag, how this is gonna look? Let's understand. So we'll copy this. We'll try to copy this syntax. We'll apply it over here. So here I'm trying to give the padding top, which is 50, padding right, which is 30, padding bottom, which is 50, and padding left, which is 80. So here again it will be the same situation wherein it will top one will be given first, top, right, bottom, and left. This is a sequence which has to be followed for padding. I'm saving this and trying to refresh this particular page. So this is how the output which will be updated if you are giving the padding to a specific HTML document. I've just given the padding top, right, bottom, and left, and this is the output which I'm getting for a CSS document. Now we'll see the another kind of writing the CSS padding. CSS padding properties, padding shorthand property. To shorten the code, it is possible to specify all the padding properties in one property. In the earlier syntax, if you see, here we have written the padding individually: padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. Now in this particular syntax, if you see, we are writing the complete padding in a one single statement, which is Again in the sequence, the padding property is a shortened property for the following individuals padding properties. So padding top, right, bottom, left, all can be written in one simple line by stating padding colon. First you will be mentioning the top property, then the right, the bottom and the left. You will give the bifurcation of that particular requirement. Now let's see how this is gonna work in a real-time basis. I'm trying to copy this and utilize the same in the same old document which we have, and here we'll see the output, how this is gonna look. I'm trying to save this and refresh here. See, the same is working over here. I'll remove this and I'll show you the output. This is the output, actual output without a padding. If I am including a padding over here and saving this file, this will be the output. So we have written the padding in one single statement. Initially we have written padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. So instead of writing all the paddings, we can simply write the padding in this particular fashion, wherein padding colon you can write top, right, bottom and left in a single statement. In this way you will be able to use the padding as well. Now let's understand another property of the padding, which is padding with different values. The padding with different values, this means if the padding property has 4 values, let's say for example if you are giving the padding is 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is top, right, bottom and left, that means the first one is top, the second one is right, third one is bottom and the fourth one is left. If you are giving the padding as 3 values, if you are only giving the 3 values, that means top padding is 25 in this, right and left paddings are 50 pixels and bottom padding is 75. Now let's assume in our real-time example how this is going to work. If you see this, here we have given the 3 properties. So in spite of 3 properties, I'm trying to give only. So if you are giving 4 properties over here, the 4 properties mean top, right, bottom and left. And if you are only giving 3 properties, now let's see what will be the output. The output has changed because this means if you are giving a three properties, that means top padding is 25, right and left padding will be 50, bottom will be 75. So if you see here, if you see over here, the first one is top, 30 pixel is right and left and 50 is bottom again. So in this way it will be divided. And again if you go ahead and if you see, if you are giving only 2, if the padding property has 2 values 25 and 50, the top and bottom is 25 and right and left is 50. Now let's see how this is going to work. I'm trying to give only 2 things over here and this is the output. So top and bottom will be same and right and left will be same. And if you are only giving 1, if you are only giving 1, in that particular situation what would happen is the same property will be taken for all the values, that is for top, right, bottom and left it will be defaultly taken as 25. So let's try 50. I'm refreshing this. This is how you will get. So for all the edges which is top, right, bottom and left, 25 will be, or the 50 will be applicable if you are only giving 1. So in this way you will be able to go ahead and give the padding properties to a CSS document. Hope you all have loved and liked this particular video and understand the concept of using a padding in a CSS HTML file. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you all have loved and liked this particular video. Please to subscribe and please to post your comments as well. Thank you.